The Knights, they're coming in as the heavy favorite in this round 3 matchup after a hard-fought round 1 series against the Minnesota Wild, which went the distance all the way to 7 games, and then closing out the Colorado series in 4 straight. Meanwhile, the Habs, yet again, coming in as the underdog in a playoff series after they went the full 7 against the Toronto Maple Leafs in round 1, and then won 4 straight to sweep the Winnipeg Jets. Games 1 and 2, Monday and Wednesday in Vegas, in a packed house at the T-Mobile Arena, 18,000 plus. Then we got games 3 and 4, Friday and Sunday, back at the Bell Center in front of 2,500 Montreal faithful. Welcome back, guys, to the Scotian Canadian channel. This is your preview for the round 3 semifinal matchup we're about to see between the Montreal Canadiens and Vegas Golden Knights. As usual, hit that like and subscribe button if you're enjoying this content, and I'm going to be back at you with some more reaction videos through the rest of this playoff run for the Habs. But in this video, first I'll give you my general thoughts on this upcoming series, then keys to victory for both the Knights and the Habs. Then we'll review the Golden Knights roster, then the Habs roster, and at the end here, we'll compare advanced analytics and some stats through the playoffs so far for both teams. Now, first, like I mentioned, the Habs come into this series as the heavy underdog. I absolutely love it. Just fire up this squad. Now, granted, it's fair. The Golden Knights are an extremely difficult matchup for the Montreal Canadiens. They play a very physical game, also strong defensively, very strong defensively, and they got the snipers as well, and a really deep decor, as well as a goalie back there who can bail you out when you need him to. He's an absolute beauty to watch out there on the ice, in Marc-Andre Fleury, but I still think people are sleeping on what the Habs are doing in this playoff run here. The Toronto Maple Leafs were an extremely tough matchup to start, so to win 3 straight against them to close out the series with their backs against the wall is extremely impressive. And then to sweep the Winnipeg Jets, granted, yes, they didn't have Mark Scheifele for the last 3 games, but they beat them fair and square in the first game with him as well. That's a really tough feat to sweep a team like that, especially with a goalie like Connor Hellebuyck in net. And a lot of this is just getting ignored by the national media and whatnot, and they're mostly just looking for ways to hype up the Knights and how they're going to destroy the Habs. Now, if this was the Toronto Maple Leafs in this playoff run, I'm sure that the tune would be a lot different. But I'm really excited for this series. First, I think it's going to be a very tight defensive series, obviously. Low scoring, very physical. Both teams are going to try and, impose their will. What I'll say for keys to victory for the Habs in this series, they just got to keep doing what they've been doing this run so far. Strong on the forecheck, strong in their own zone defensively, and then most importantly, back check very hard. The Vegas Golden Knights are a team that love to score off the rush. So if we can back check and really make it difficult for them to get their offense going, on that rush, that would be huge for this team. We also need our special teams to continue as strong as they've been so far. Power play's been getting up on the board and looking really strong lately, really getting some chemistry, both units. But the penalty kill has been crucial for us. 100% since Game 5 against the Leafs. Absolutely killing it, and over the entirety of the playoffs, Montreal has a +1 goal differential on the penalty kill. They've scored 4 and allowed 3. That's extremely impressive. So if we can keep those units, the penalty kill and the power play, going like that have been so far, that's how this Montreal Canadiens team is going to win, as well as having Carey Price doing what he's doing back there as the best goalie in the world, just looking unbeatable. Now, keys for the Vegas Golden Knights to win this series, they're going to want to get to Carey Price early and get in his head, but that's a tall task, considering one of their best, if not their best goal scorer in Max Pacioretty. That's someone Carey is very familiar with, having faced his shot in practice for many years. So as much as the Vegas Golden Knights are going to want to get in the head of Carey Price, they're going to want to keep him out of their heads as well. But outside of that, some more keys to victory for the Knights would be first to impose their will physically, especially on the forecheck. Make the Montreal Canadiens defensemen overthink what they're doing with the puck, try to hem them in there and make mistakes, and then capitalize on those mistakes. And second, score off the rush, and that starts with good defensive zone play, starting with guys like Stone, Pacioretty, Tuch, taking the puck away in their defensive zone, skating up the ice, and capitalizing on some odd man rushes, which seems to be their bread and butter, especially that first line. And third, of course, Fleury is going to have to be real strong for the Knights here, because say what you will about the Habs, they do generate a lot of high danger chances on net. They've also had success in this playoff run hemming their opponents in their defensive zone and then capitalizing when there's a breakdown. So Fleury is going to have to make some big saves, which we all know he is very capable of doing. Now let's get into this Knights roster. Starting at forward on their first line, we have Chandler Stevenson lined up at center. He is a strong two-way center in the prime of his career. He's got 5 assists on this playoff run so far, as well as a 54% winning rate in the face-off dot and 10 big blocks as well. He's strong defensively, great skater, and he's got good chemistry with his wingers. Starting at the left with Max Pacioretty, former Habs captain. He missed the start of this playoff run for the Knights. He's only played 7 games, but he's got 8 points, including 4 huge goals for him. We know what he can do. He's so strong defensively, one of the best defensive wingers in the league. Great at taking the puck away and then streaking up the ice to try and score a big goal. He's got a beautiful release, can get it off so fast, and pinpoint accuracy if he has enough time and space. And to their right, their team captain and the best defensive winger in the NHL, Mark Stone. He is so strong in the neutral zone and on the back check, using his active stick and sneaking up behind his opponents, stealing the puck and then generating offense. Not only that, he just does the right things out there, and he's strong on the forecheck, using his big body to win puck battles. He's got 8 points in 13 games on this run so far, and he helps make up a very strong first line for the Knights. Not only can they burn you offensively, but it's really hard to generate offense against them. Then down on their second line at center, another strong two-way player in William Karlsson. And not only that, he's leading them in points with 11 so far on this run. 56% in the face-off dot, 11 big blocks. He's just so strong out there on both sides of the puck. To his left, Jonathan Marchessault, Quebecois player, and he's got 8 points, 6 big goals for them on this playoff run, and 43 hits. The physicality coming from Jonathan Marchessault. And to their right, you got Riley Smith, yet again another strong two-way player, and he's got 7 points on this run for them. A great skater in Riley Smith in all 3 zones. Then down on the third line, Nicholas Raw, another Quebecois player. He's got 6 points in 13 games, and he's a very strong 61% in the face-off dot. It's going to be hard to win your battles against him. Not only that, another very strong physical player and big body. 36 hits for him in the playoffs so far. To his left, you got Matthias Janmark, 7 points in 10 games. And to their right, Alex Tuch, who's an absolute beast power forward out there. Great skater, loves to throw the body, and just hem teams in on the cycle. And he does great at it. 7 points for him on this playoff run and 24 hits. And then down on their fourth line. And this could interchange here, but you got to think they're going to use Brown here at center. And he's got a 57% winning rate in the dot. Only 2 points for him, but he'll be strong out there defensively for the Knights as well. And to their left, William Carrier, another very physical player. Great forechecker. He's going to get in and bang bodies and just hem you in to your defensive zone. And then Ryan Reeves, 56 hits in 9 games in the playoffs so far. This is a guy that can wear you down, beat you up, intimidate you. And it's going to be tough. The Montreal Canadiens here to be able to, I don't think there's anyone on the team really that can go toe-to-toe with a guy like Ryan Reeves, but you just need to not get engaged in those antics, not let him get you off your game, and beat him on the ice. Just get him stuck in his defensive zone, and hopefully you can get something going against him. But this is a really, really strong and heavy forward group here for the Vegas Golden Knights. Then down on their in their decor, which is just as deep. On their first pairing, their number 1 defenseman, his first season with the Knights here, former captain of the St. Louis Blues, Alex Pietrangelo, the prototypical number 1 right-handed defenseman that you want in this role. Cup champion, he has the experience, he has the big body, he's strong on both sides of the puck. He's got 8 points in 13 games. He's logging 24 minutes a night or around there for Vegas. So he's eating up some big minutes for them. Not only that, a big 36 blocks for him as well. Strong defensively, moves the puck very well, and he's great on their power play. Then to his left, you got Alec Martinez, another Cup champion. He's got 4 points in 13 games, but a big 52 blocks. Really sacrificing the body here for the Knights defensively. Then on their second pair, Braden McNabb, an absolute beast. This guy is huge, hard to play against, strong defensively. And to his right, you have Shea Theodore, another big minute eater for the Golden Knights. 23 minutes are around there for him each game. 6 assists in this run so far. Just a great skater, great passer, and he helps make up a really strong top 4 for the Golden Knights. And then on their bottom pair, Nick Holden, a journeyman. He just does absolutely everything right. Strong skater. He's good physically. He's great getting his body in front of those shots. He's got 6 points in 10 games for the Knights here, as well as 33 big hits. And then to his right, you got White Cloud with 3 points, and yet another reliable defenseman here for the Golden Knights. Then down in net, Marc-Andre Fleury, the future Hall of Famer himself, rocking some really strong stats in this playoff run so far. 1.91 goals against and a .923 save percentage. This guy is an absolute treat to watch in the net. Just when you think you have an open net and you're about to score, all of a sudden there he is with the pad or with the glove. He's real good at finding a way and battling, never giving up on a play and making the save. Their backup, Robin Lehner, these are regular season stats, 2.29 goals against and a .913 save percentage. I don't think we'll see him unless catastrophe strikes for the Vegas Golden Knights. Let's take a look at the Habs roster, starting with their forward group, and I'm going to call it lines 1 to 4, but the coaches on this team love to distribute the minutes to these lines very evenly. Danault and Suzuki's line end up with a couple more on any given night, but, the bottom 6 is not too far behind. But we'll start with Danault's line. We got him lined up at center. He's got 2 assists, just 2 assists on this playoff run so far. That's it for him, but what he's been doing defensively is extremely special, shutting down Matthews and Marner in that first series, as well as the Jets' powerful offense in the second series as well. 52% in the face-off dot and 15 big blocks from Phil Danault. Great skater, covers a lot of ice in very minimal time, and just knows where to be positionally and to get his stick in the way and disrupt offense for his opponent as much as possible. His winger on the left, we've seen Evans there, we've seen Lehkonen, we've seen Tatar there, but right now it's Lehkonen, and in 6 games, he's got 3 points, including 2 huge goals for the Montreal Canadiens in that Jet series. He's filled in on the left side very well, and he's a very strong 5-on-5 player, great forechecker, and really good at limiting the time and space of his opponents. Then to the right, Brendan Gallagher, the heart and soul, the cog to the engine that keeps this team rolling. He's got 4 points in 11 games for the Habs, and including 2 goals, one being a very big one in Game 7 against the Leafs. I mean, we just need him to be out there doing what he does best, forechecking hard, winning the puck battles along the boards, and then just being a pest in front of the net. I mean, Vegas is going to do their best to shut that down real quick, but Gallagher's the type of guy that just doesn't care. He's going to go right back there. Habs' second line, which offensively, looking at it, this is their first line. We got Nick Suzuki at center, now rocking a 45% winning rate in the faceoff dot. Not that great, but this is a coming out party for him offensively. 8 points in 11 games, a hybrid player, great shooter, great passer, and he's got a strong hockey IQ and is very strong defensively as well. And to his left, the journeyman, the Stanley Cup champion, Tyler Toffoli, with 10 points in 11 games so far on this run. He has been a stud for us 5-on-5, just a very smart player. Doesn't make a whole lot of mistakes out there, and great finisher on the power play, and 5-on-5, keeping that cycle going in the offensive zone. And then we have the rookie to their right, Cole Caulfield. This guy is fun to watch. Great skater, strong defensively. The puck just seems to be glued to his stick, and he covers a lot of ice, and he finds himself in the middle of big plays quite often. 4 assists in 9 games played so far for him. He still hasn't got up on the board with a goal, and that's his specialty. A couple crossbars for him in this playoff run so far, so it's only a matter of time for Cole Caulfield. And this line, starting to establish some very impressive chemistry between each other. So hopefully that'll continue for the Habs here. Then the third line, we got Jesperi Kotkaniemi with 4 big goals for the Habs on this playoff run so far. A lot of them just gritty, taking the puck to the dirty areas and not being afraid to get in front of the net. 55% in the face-off dot as well, so he's been key for us there, and 20 big hits. He may be a young guy, but he likes to play aggressive in on the forecheck and throw the body as best as he can. To their left, another journeyman, Paul Byron, who has 2 points in 11 games, 1 goal being a huge one in Game 1, the game winner against the Leafs in the first round. 28 hits. This is a guy who's a really strong forechecker. Not only that, great on our penalty kill. He's always a threat out there to steal the puck and streak up the ice on a breakaway or to generate an odd man rush. Then to the right, Josh Anderson, who we need to be a lot better than he has been so far in the playoffs. 1 goal. Now, mind you, he has been great on our forecheck as well as just wearing opponents down. 36 big hits from him, but with Alex Tuch in this role, which Josh Anderson is in for the Habs, we know what we're going to get out of Tuch, or what Vegas is going to get out of Tuch. We need to get some strong power forward games out of Josh Anderson here, especially on the back check. He's such a strong skater, so the more plays he breaks up on the back check, the better. Not only that, would love to see him get up on the board a couple times here in this series. On the fourth line, Eric Staal, Stanley Cup champion, legend of the game, 7 points in 10 games, and he is playing with Perry, Corey Perry to his left, who's an absolute shit disturber. 6 points in 11 games for him. This line with Stahl, Perry, and then Armia on their right, who has 7 points in 11 games. They have just been fantastic at hemming teams into their defensive zone. Forechecking hard below the red line, moving the puck really well, and just waiting for a breakdown to happen before carrying that puck into the slot and trying to score a dirty, gritty goal. They have been a key to the Habs' success in this playoff run so far. Not only what they're doing out on the ice, but what they're doing in the locker room in terms of leadership. Now down to the Habs decor, the first pair. We got Weber, number one defenseman on the right, playing big minutes for the Habs, averaging 25 minutes a game, 32 hits, 15 blocks, 3 assists. He has been a beast for us in this run so far. And to his left, we got Ben Chiarot, another big minute eater for the Habs, 25 minutes a night as well, 28 hits, 27 blocks for him. No points though, but he's been doing his job very efficiently out there, winning puck battles in the defensive zone and then getting that puck, or helping get that puck up the ice as soon as possible. Montreal has been really strong getting the puck out of their defensive zone in this series, and it starts with guys like Ben Chiarot and Shea Weber. Now, we have seen numerous different partners play some minutes with Shea Weber, depending on the game, depending on the situation. Gustafsson's jumped up there a couple different times and looked strong, moving the puck as well, generating offense. But typically the pair is Weber and Chiarot. Now down on the second pair, on the right, we have Jeff Petrie, who's dealing with some injury issues right now. He dislocated a couple of his fingers in Game 3 against the Jets. So we're hoping he comes back able to play and eat some big minutes for us here. He's a key to this team's success on the back end because he's one of our only really elite puck-moving defenseman. Great getting that puck through the neutral zone. Strong veteran presence, not rushing plays. And, being able to skate that puck up the ice when you need him to. And a calming presence back there for us as well. Not only that, very physical defenseman. 29 hits and 19 blocks for him as well. He has 3 points on this run so far. So we actually need him to step it up a little bit here offensively. But generally, he's been strong for us in this playoff run. We need him healthy to have some success here against the Knights. And his partner, Joel Edmondson, who has Steady Eddie. He just doesn't make mistakes back there. Stanley Cup champion. Real good at winning those battles. Down in his defensive zone, moving the puck up the ice. And he has a very strong pass and through the neutral zone, tape to tape from distance. And that has been huge for us as well, getting that puck through the neutral zone. Down on the third pair, we have Brett Kulak and Erik Gustafsson. And Gustafsson has been a key to this team getting our power play going with that quick puck movement on the back end on the cycle as well. And down in net, future Hall of Famer Carey Price rocking a 1.97 goals against right now and a .935 save percentage. He has been busy, but he's making it look easy out there. A calming presence for the Habs, and he is just killing it in every area of goaltending right now. Positionally sound, moving the puck well, stopping the opponent's forecheck when they try to dump the puck, and he gathers it. He makes a nice crisp pass to one of his defensemen to then clear the puck out of the zone. He's also our best penalty killer, making big saves and clearing the puck as well. So we know what Carey Price brings to the Habs. We're going to need him at his best to have any shot against the Vegas Golden Knights here. And then Jake Allen, some regular season stats, 2.68, .907 save percentage. Just like Robin Lehner, I don't think we're going to see Jake Allen unless catastrophe strikes for the Montreal Canadiens. Now quickly comparing some advanced stats for both squads here, and these are playoff stats. First, the expected goals for percentage for the Vegas Golden Knights, sitting at 55.4%. So they got the edge on the Habs here by about 4 or 5%. However, the Habs sitting at a very respectable 50.9%. And that's with going up against a Toronto Maple Leafs team who is extremely strong in that expected goals for category. Now, look at the high danger chances for the Montreal Canadiens. They do a really good job at generating chances without sacrificing defense. And in 2 less games than the Golden Knights, they have 9 more high danger chances generated for. And a very similar high danger chances against rate here. 33 for Vegas, to 30 for the Montreal Canadiens. Now, shooting percentage, the Knights here can finish. Now, granted, both of these shooting percentages are quite low, but that comes with the territory of playoff hockey. But the Knights with the edge here, 9.6% finishing rate to the Habs, 8.5%. Now, the Corsi for the Knights here have a very heavy advantage at 54.2 to the Habs, 49.4. And this is a stat that the Habs usually do a really good job in, but I actually like that they've come down a bit here. I think it means they're not rushing plays as often and doing a little bit more work on the cycle, which we didn't see a lot during the regular season. So I'm all for Montreal, being a little bit more patient with the puck and waiting to generate a high danger chance instead of just throwing a puck on net from the point. Now, look at these special teams. This is where Montreal has a significant advantage, and hopefully this keeps up because it could be a key for the Habs being able to win this series and move on to the Cup final. Montreal's power play percentage right now rocking at 18.8%, and it's gotten really good here in the last series. These units are starting to get some strong chemistry, so hopefully that keeps up. Now compare that to the power play percentage of the Knights sitting at 14.3%. So Habs, quite an advantage there on finishing rate, but look at the penalty kill here. Montreal's penalty kill has been crucial to our success, and we've gone against some really high power offense teams in the Leafs and the Jets, but Montreal, a PK percentage of 90.3%. That's incredible, and that leads all teams in the NHL playoffs. So with the Canadiens' power play at 18.8% continuing to improve, whereas the Vegas Golden Knights penalty kill is struggling, hopefully that means some success and an advantage here for the Habs. Now that's about it, guys. I think I covered absolutely everything. Let me know what you think about this upcoming series down in the comments, and hit that like and subscribe button as well as the bell for notifications for more content. Let's go, baby! Go Habs, go!